Well, it has been reported that Professor Zaccheaus Adango, the Rivers State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, has resigned. Well, this comes a day after 27 members of the People's Democratic Party in the State House of Assembly defected to the All Progressives Congress. Amidst the ensuing drama, State Governor Siminalayi Fubara presented the 2024 budget to a handful of state legislators loyal to him. A short while ago, news also emerged that a faction of the State House of Assembly led by former Speaker Martins Amewule sat at the auditorium of the House of Assembly quarters to pass the Rivers State House of Assembly Funds Management Financial Autonomy Bill 2023 and also condemned yesterday's demolition of the Assembly complex. We are now being joined by Chief Olabode George, a former Deputy National Chairman of PDP, to get his views on everything happening in Rivers State, especially how he thinks it can impact current efforts at rebuilding the party. Many thanks for joining us on Newsday.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Always my pleasure.
Well, it's always a pleasure to have you here too. Well, we would like to actually know your thoughts, on the political drama playing out in Rivers State, the defection of the 27 PDP lawmakers, the governor presenting a budget to just 4 members of the House of Assembly, the Attorney General of the state resigning, so many issues. What are your thoughts?
Now, I thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts on the crisis in Rivers State. Now, in life, whether political or otherwise, you will always have disagreements, you will always have issues plaguing the progress of the organization. But the ability, your ability to handle and manage those crises will be a measure of your acceptability in the public domain. I believe our party should rise up now. Now, it's reminding me of the first Western Nigeria crisis. And, is it insurmountable? These are the same people. You have the same culture, you same norm. You are members of this organization. I am appealing to all sides to sheathe their sword. This will not help the state of development in this country. Now, Rivers State is a very, 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 very important state, electoral-wise. And when I read the fact that 27 of them left our party, having been duly elected, I said, look, we need to get some elders to stand up in the room and defend and resolve this crisis. It's not insurmountable. The way it's going, I read Papa Clark's comments yesterday, that look, this thing can start like a little flash. If we don't manage it, it will spread like a cancer. And it will be, this is a litmus test for the ability of our party to survive after the mayhem we call the election. The Supreme Court has already told us we lost. Come back home. Let them set up a committee to go there. The governor is still a member of the PDP. If he has just 3 people there, let's find out what exactly is going on in the Rivers State. And then they call Wike. If he wants to come, he will also make his own statements, his views. We have a national vice chairman of the South. What is he doing now? He must get involved. Our party is a deep-rooted nationalistic political party in this country. This is still a very micro issue, and we can still handle it. You know, it starts like a little cancer. Before you know it, it will spread. It will spread to Bayelsa, to Akwa Ibom. I listened to this gentleman yesterday. People are already seeing the tribal links. Oh, the governor is Ijo, the others are Ekwere. But these are people who have worked together. And I want to plead on all sides to please in the interest of this nation. This is not the time. Our economic situation is terrible. People are hungry and people are angry. But that has not removed our common sense. Let's sit down and find out what exactly are they looking for. Those who want to leave the party can go, because it's not the private enterprise of anybody. You know, you want to be a member, you join and follow the rules. If you don't want to be, you go somewhere else. And this is Christmas period, the time for us to celebrate. And it's not a matter of the opposition party come appealing to the president. It is our own responsibility. Where is the leader of the party now? What is he doing? What are they? Everybody is still hustling, running here and there, preparing their minds for the 2027. It's utter madness. Now, look at Ondo too. There is crisis in Ondo State. All right? That's how he started. From the region, in those days when we were in the federal system we were using. Suddenly from nowhere, Baba Awolowo was arrested for some trumped-up charges, and the crisis started in the western region. And everybody thought it would never get to him. It's western region. At the end of the day, he engulfed the whole nation. Look, whatever you are in this world, any organization, even in your micro home, sometimes your children, where they have grown up, they will disagree with you. You have family crisis. You are supposed to get involved with it, listen to A, listen to B, profile a solution, but not leave them. The way it is going now, I am scared. Not for PDP, but I'm scared because Rivers is the biggest electoral state in the whole of South. And now people have started to see it as if it's a fight from an Ijo man to an Ekwere man. You know, I listened to somebody yesterday, what is his name? He was saying, the Ijo people are being insulted. I said, these were the same people that walked like brothers and sisters. What on the globe is happening? And because of this period, I want to appeal as a leader of our party. Please, Mr. National Acting Chairman, National Chairman, get elders. That's the essence of the Board of Trustee people, to wade in before it is too late.
Well said, Chief. Well said. Let me jump in here. You're right. Bad behavior does spread. It's quite contagious. But it's almost as if we have been watching this live car crash concerning the PDP from the very beginning of this electoral cycle. And at every juncture, especially when we speak to you, there is the discussion of internal mechanisms. And you have been pleading on them
crisis,
to try and solve the crisis, but nothing has been done. And we now see, just as you said, that it's forming a cancer. River State is definitely a catalyst state for bad behavior spreading already. There was a kidnapping situation just yesterday where 4 soldiers were killed. People are fearing for themselves. Which elders should be called in to speak? We already know that there have been calls for the president himself to wade in on this matter. Who is going to help the PDP at this time? Just as you have noted, the presidential flag carrier for the party is not around. We haven't heard anything from them, and it just keeps getting worse.
You know, that's why I said many times that the PDP is the only national party that has the flags of this country, from the swampy forest to the savannah region in the north. We have a management system. You know, the board of trustees, these are the elders in the party. This is the time they must come out. They must come up to resolve the crisis in the rivers and in some states. That is their responsibility. I want to appeal to the national chairman, the acting chairman, Ambassador Damagun, and his team. Let them call the acting chairman of Board of Trustees. This is not the time to go and sleep at home. This is the time to select some people, go to the rivers, listen to the group A, listen to the group B, and they will be able to provide a solution. It has nothing to do with the APC government in power. It's our responsibility. If we are able to resolve it, that gives us credence before the electorate that these people can manage crisis. But if we all sit down and looking, are we now thinking that the beautiful party established by those founding fathers, we couldn't manage it because of private personal ambition? I contested for national chairman with Secundus. People were going to divide the party. They were telling me, move into the field, go and do this. I said, listen, it's not a matter of life and death. About 2 or 3 hours before that election, I knew if I went to the field, the party would have blown up. I just said, no, I am not bigger than the party. Let it be. That is the attitude we should exhibit for sustainability, for respectability to the minds in the public. You think the APC doesn't have political problems? Every political party, any organization in the world will have crisis. Look at what is happening in America today. Just last night, suddenly they want to start impeachment procedure against the sitting president with Biden. What's his name? Trump is already flying his own, and telling his own stories and all this. But there are elders saying, please, kadan kada, wayo wayo. And in Yoruba language, we say, jeje.
Chief George.
The Hausas will tell you, kadan kada. The Igbo will say, wayo wayo. We here will say, jeje, efisuru si. I beg them, let's transit into the new year with a lot of enthusiasm. Right now in the national plate, the economic situation is dire.
Chief
you
Bode
want to
George.
immediately turn us from
Chief
a
Bode
cash
George, please allow me to
operated
interrupt you.
country into a cashless city? No.
Please allow me to
I
interrupt
believe,
you,
and
Chief.
you will see, Yeah.
Now, you've been calling for calm, since the primaries since your party conducted its presidential primaries last year, but it seems the combatants are not listening. Now you're calling for the elders of your party, to act. And I'm wondering, where were these elders when the G5 held your party to ransom? Are these elders that you're calling on, are they as neutral and as credible as they should be? I'm also wondering, have you addressed the fundamental issues that led your party to this point? The issue of money politics, the issue of imposition of candidates, the lack of internal democracy, the issue of building strong men instead of building a strong political party. Have you addressed all these issues before you can talk about reconciliation?
It's all part of it, because I am an irredentist PDP man, an elder in this party, a life member of the Board of Trustees. That is the role we should play. I will not come to the public and x-ray all the ills. All I can tell you is, yes, we can see that there are crises based on a lot of issues you have raised. But as a strong member, I'm a believer in the doctrine of this party. It is better we will close our doors. Now the elections are over. All sides have lost. The presidency is gone. We have seen what they can do. Now, what do we do to rebuild the party? What do we do to make sure we look at the details of how we found ourselves where we are? That is the essence. That is the essence of being a member of an organization. I won't say because of what happened to us, all this, let's throw it under the bus. No. We had problems. We spoke about the problems internally at our meetings. Some people refused to listen. They thought, no, we are talking rubbish. We will go inside, lock the doors. We are waiting for the National Working Committee members to call a national meeting. But I am sure this Yuletide period, they are thinking, you people go and enjoy your Christmas for now. We will. But they must now act faster, so that we must call an emergency meeting of the party. And I am not afraid. I spent 10 years working at the national secretariat of our party. This can be handled by the elders. Remember from Acts of Apostles in the Bible, chapter 5, verses 27 to 39. When Jesus Christ gave his spiritual powers to his disciples, they were still praising and worshiping Jesus Christ. The council of elders were so angry with them. So I'm telling you this story to let you know that it just didn't start recently. It had been there from time immemorial. Now, they sat at the meeting to condemn all those disciples and to be executed. One man, Gamaliel, a member of that council, got up and said, please, let these people go out. I have information for you. And he went historical, that we tried this. This is how it ended up. We tried this. This is how it ended up. Please don't kill these people, because you will no longer be able to know how this thing will end up. That's why they didn't kill them. It took just one man, Gamaliel. We need the Gamaliel in our party today to stand up at a meeting and tell the truth to power. That is the solution. We have manipulated, we have managed ourselves. We thought we were too brilliant, we were too this. Money was exchanging, and nobody listened to everybody. And that's what did we find? We didn't believe that they won the election, but a divided house, for God's sake, will remain a divided house. A divided house will remain a defeated house. And that's what we got.
Yes.
So we will go in. I won't put all those details outside in the public, because let us have this meeting. And we have an acting Board of Trustee chairman. I'm appealing to him, a distinguished senator, a former Senate president. Let him rally around the leaders.
Chief George.
This is the time we need the elders to tell the truth to everybody. And if in the end you decide you want to stay with the party, now we've learned a lesson. If you decide you want to leave the party, so be it. Others will come. Because the most important thing for us is to show the public that we are good managers. Yes, at the peak of crisis, we have the competence, we have the ability, we have the knowledge, we have the calmness of mind to be able to solve the problems that is engaging us. But it would be foolish of me to come to the public and say, oh, this one did this, that one did that. No. It's not done that way.
Well, Chief.
There is no organization in the world. Even I am sure in Rome, you remember the crisis where one cardinal who used to be the finance director to the Pope was arrested. That's even at that level.
Chief George, allow me to interject now.
Calm.
Right.
Okay.
Allow me to interject. Before you were talking about one man, and certainly one man has delivered on his promise to become a menace to the party. The wrath of a menace is being felt. And of course, I'm describing former Governor Wike, Minister Wike, who has delivered on his promises to destabilize the party, which he has done. Do you anticipate that he will leave the party?
I don't live inside him. He's my junior brother. He's much younger. He's just 1 or 2 years older than my first child. You know, you will in politics. You have various personalities with different characterization. Now, everybody has their positive input. Maybe he got angry and we left it too long to manage. There are certain social differences amongst them that we were not able to manage. And I said, look, I don't want to open up the Pandora box. I would rather wait and go into the inner chambers of our party and talk my mind. I had advised that if we are not careful, those people in the opposition will exacerbate the demise of PDP, and it will be a pity, because the APC is a congregation of these different characters. There's nothing that unites them like our party. Our party is like an Iroko tree with solid roots everywhere in this country. You know, so I will plead with the party, set up a committee immediately by the chairman of the Board of Trustees, because we are supposed to be neutral on these issues. Then we listen to A, what is your problem? We listen to B, we read our constitution, and we will prefer solutions. But to leave it unabated is a very criminal approach. It's not going to help this country. And I pray, like I said to you, there are 3 big electoral states in this country. 3 big electoral states. Big electoral figures. Lagos, Kano, and Rivers State. Please, I'm appealing to every one of them. Cool your temper. Like I remember in those days at the university, we have a song, Kuli Temper. Because you cannot be perpetual in life. And
Chief
the
Bode
ability to manage a crisis is how the public will respect that party.
Chief George. Chief George, yes, as we wrap up this interview, I'd like you to give us your thoughts on this. There was a statement from Debo Olugwagba, who is the PDP National Publicity Secretary, where he was asking all party members to withdraw their pending intra-party lawsuits. Now, we know that the PDP's internal dispute resolution mechanism, has failed, and it's been failing for some time. So I'm wondering what has changed, that gave him the confidence to come out with such a statement, and what you actually make of that statement.
It's like putting the cart before the horse. You must, first of all, what is wrong in setting up? We have in this party respectable, responsible, knowledgeable, loyal, and committed leaders who had been with the party from day zero. We have been to the top of the mountain. We've seen the bottom of the valley. There are people that you can see sap their knowledge. You can see sap their experiences to calm us down. We had gone through certain worse scenario than these rivers were before. So can't we sit down and resolve it? What is that personal pride or personal ambition that you have? What he said, I didn't like it. That is like carrying the cart before the horse. You telling them go and withdraw. That is the committee. When the committee sits down to resolve the crisis, they will make the recommendation, and those people who are in court will believe that now the party is ready. But to be giving them directives as if it's your private enterprise is absolute nonsense. No, you must let's do it the way it's done in the civilized world. Look at even recently in the UK, the British were saying, the British government was saying it was going to be shipping all these immigrants to Rwanda. They went all the way to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said they have no right to do it. The party was going to be fragmented. That is the Conservative Party in government. They went night and day, they were meeting, they were convincing themselves, and they were able, after discussion, if you cannot discuss, for God's sake, in politics, to debate, to discuss, what are you doing there? It doesn't mean you always must have the right answers. Let's respect ourselves. Let's do it the way it's done in the civilized world. It's the simplest thing to do. Because everything we are doing, those who are even not card-carrying members of the party are watching to believe you. So I don't know why he said that. Why?
Well,
look, we have been through it. I don't believe, that exacerbated the problem. You should go and withdraw your thing. Are you in the army?
Well, Chief Olabode George, it is always a pleasure to have you here on Newsday discussing all these very relevant issues, and we continue to watch how things unfold not only in Rivers State but within the PDP. Thank you so much for joining us.